fiance, Arctic Vixen, who soon to be no longer fiance, but actual wife. That's like 3 weeks away. She's not feeling very good today. So, video quality of this might be a little bit better. This is a camera, an actual digital video camera that I picked up off of Amazon from Power LED. And what weirds me out about it, there is no power lead marking on the camera, and the only marking on the box is like the sticker in the top left corner. So kind of odd, but hopefully the camera does better than the Nikon we had. So tonight Arctic might be a little bit happy because we are going to be playing one of her favorite game series. This is Resident Evil 2 for the GameCube. See? GameCube. But as you may notice, we no have a GameCube, but we do have a Wii. And the Wii plays GameCube games, so that works. Now, originally it was made for PlayStation and computer and Nintendo 64 and then Dreamcast, and then for some reason, well, not for some reason, they ported the games over to the GameCube. It started with, they announced Resident Evil the remake, which was really good. I think it's up there with Doom 3 quality as far as I'm concerned. The PS4 version, it looks good, but I do not like how the cinematics actually look crappier than the actual gameplay. I mean, usually cinematics look good, and now this time it's crappy. So anyway, we are going to be playing Resident Evil 2 GameCube version on the Nintendo Wii, and hopefully you will like it. I'll be fair. Not that it matters. I'm gonna skip the stories anyway, so I don't want to use memory card. Yes.
Oh, so if you played a game you can save?
No, I have a memory card. It's just I don't want to use it because I want to start over from the beginning.
Oh.
A bizarre incident occurred.
Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Okay. Yeah, so just as a heads up, guys, I'm also kind of pissed. I've been pissed off for a while now. Gonna have to get reused to these controls. Oh, come on. I never sucked that bad.
The game right?
Huh?
The game right?
Wow, you had to go there. Son of a... I try to save ammo because, well, you need it later. Nope, nope, I'm probably dead. Oh, I am so close to dead. This is probably one of the coolest loading screens I've ever seen in a video game. Let's see, what do I got here? Okay, so yeah, I'm terrible at this tonight, apparently. Okay, there's the map. Skip it, you're gonna die. Need ammo. So yeah, I was pissed because I was dealing with a lot of drivers the other day, not paying attention. Brand new. I have brand new. Nicole and I have a brand new car, and friggin' just bad drivers getting flipped off. And what really drives me nuts is there's one lady in the parking lot, not looking 2 feet behind her, nearly hit me and flipping me off, and just, I mean, honestly, all day that day, I was just like, I'm putting up with stuff. And, ah, crap. Kick your head. All day, I was just putting up with stuff, and I was really looking forward to going to the shooting range and just venting off some steam and etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. It's a nice wish, right? Just taking the gun and just, shooting some paper targets. No, I can't do that. Had an 18-wheeler on my ass, and he flipped me off. And I'm like, screw it. The road is blocked off. Go to get food. No, I'm gonna have idiots that can't look behind them, apparently. And I'm worn out. I was worn the hell out. You could ask Arctic.
Yeah.
So the ironic thing is, right there at the Subway restaurant, I actually told Arctic then and there, I'm just really tired of, like, this level of disrespect and stuff like that. And then sure enough, um, it happened, and I'm just like, damn it, guys. So anyway, this is Resident Evil 2. This is like my favorite of the classic Resident Evil style games. The first one I played was actually Code Veronica, and I then wound up getting this one for the Nintendo 64, and I like it.
Resident Evil 4 for me.
I thought you played the earlier ones first.
No, technically the very first Resident Evil game I've ever played was Resident Evil 4.
Oh, okay. So this one was my favorite, and it's got the adventure. I consider the Resident Evil games to basically be point and click games, but without the pointing and clicking. Instead, you have more direct control, and which is good. This one starts out kind of linear until you get to the police station. See, nothing in the trash can's okay. She really needs a first aid spray.
Or herbs.
Or herb. Oh yeah, that's right. You never got to finish watching Resident Evil Degeneration. I'll probably turn that on tonight. Oh, it's the pukey guys. If you play Leon, instead of the crossbow, you get a shotgun. Oh crap. I still got a ways to go to get to the police station too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Never mind me, I'm just another. Ah, crap, yeah. So yeah, if I'm not making very funny comments or whatever, if I'm not making very funny comments, you know, I'm still pretty pissed off, and I'm just, I really needed to unwind, and it didn't get to happen, so, yay. Let's try this. Yeah, I'll do Leon's story. I would say I actually said it before, but Resident Evil 4 was the first one I was legitimately creeped out with, though. And speaking of which, this video is going to have a shout out to Nikki. She's one of my friends on DeviantArt, and she was mentioning, do not do this to me, Leon. Do not be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Anyway, she was mentioning Evil Within, and I was saying I was kind of hoping the gameplay would be similar to classic Resident Evil, and Evil Within is a good game, but yeah, it's got that same gameplay mechanics as the newer Resident Evil games, and you're still gonna die. Whoops. We don't want to go that way, Leon. Not yet. You got more ammo here. Ah. I will say this game seems like the zombies need to take more hits than Code Veronica. Yeah, you're not dead. Yeah. Sure. And people also complain about these games having busted controls, and honestly, it's not busted controls, it's freaking tank controls. Yes, I will take the shotgun.
That's weird.
What?
Claire's story,
You get the crossbow, yeah.
And with Leon, it's the shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of like the original Resident Evil. You've seen it. If you play Chris, you start out with the knife. And if you play Jill, you start out with the handgun. And Jill also gets stuff easier. Like, you just keep running to the main hall a couple times, and here's Barry, oh, here, have this. Oh, here, have this.
Yeah.
say the camera angles used to be a lot more unnerving too. Because it's like you don't know if you're walking straight into them like I just did.
Yeah, but that's what.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm actually saying, yeah, it's a horror game, so it's a little unnerving. Yeah, in this game, the zombies friggin' take a lot more hits than I remember.
Maybe it's when you play easy?
I didn't beat it on easy. That's the thing. Now let's see if I do have anything on the memory card, because it's the police station where it starts turning into a original data. Yeah, it says Leon, so oh, I'm pretty far into the game too. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. So, yeah, this isn't the end of the game, but this is pretty close, and it still has me do a lot of stuff. I didn't realize I was that far into the game. Um, but yeah, this is on original mode, so let's see what's this way. And this is where it's like an adventure game, because it's like, it gives you the option where to go, figuring out what to do. I mean, look at the size of this map. And this is just one room, so...
Well, they are saying they're doing a Resident Evil
7, but that's just
and
it. Is too many people complain about the, quote, survival horror, unquote, gameplay. And honestly, I really disagree with that title, just because anything with monsters that you're quote, surviving, unquote, should be considered a survival horror game.
Well,
Doom, go ahead.
I was gonna say what they're doing is they're trying to go back to the original kind of horror that was in the first Resident Evil game.
Yeah, but they said the same thing with Resident Evil 6.
And they even said in the magazine that, yeah, that was a mess up because it was, how do they phrase it?
Yeah, but that's just it. They said the exact same thing with Resident Evil 6. And everyone was like, oh yeah, well, Resident Evil 6 is going back to survival horror roots. And no, the gameplay is exactly the same as 4 and 5. It's just darker.
Although from the sounds of it, they're kind of making it sound like this is more of a supernatural horror.
And I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, they can say whatever they want. All I'm saying is, originally Resident Evil was about figuring out where to go. You're unraveling this mystery, the Scooby-Doo, and they really got Resident Evil 4 kind of kept it, but they kind of got rid of it too because the levels were linear. This game doesn't even really have levels. It's open world. You can just explore. I mean, it's open world in confined spaces, but you're always wondering what you're doing, and you're trying to solve the puzzles, move on to the next area, move on to the next area. But like Resident Evil, you could go into the lab, and then, which is towards the end of the game, and then run all the way back to the beginning of the game. This one, not so much. There are different areas where it's like you can't go back, but Resident Evil 4, I think it did a good job keeping what was Resident Evil 4 kept true to the series while doing something new. Resident Evil 5 it wound up turning into like an action game. And then Resident Evil 6, everyone's like, oh, well, it's gonna have zombies. It's a survival horror game with zombies. And it's like, user registration. Guest password none. But like right there, it said he poured oil all over the place. What? There we go. But see, you gotta solve little puzzles like that, and you gotta do that to find out what's in this case. Right? No? Or crawl down the shaft. It's not what I was thinking I had to do at all. And now we got plant liquor things. But, anyway guys, so this is Resident Evil 2. Yeah, I'll take a shotgun shell. I think it's a good game. It's probably the best one of the classic series. It's for the GameCube, it's for computers. Supposedly they're remaking it. I'm not holding my breath. I would much rather play the GameCube version. I mean, then, some of these remakes, it just doesn't turn out that well. You need ink ribbon to save your progress, so if you run out, you're kind of screwed. And that was Resident Evil 2. Any thoughts?
Any what?
Thoughts?
Oh. Actually, I never played this game, but I actually like this game the most.
Okay.
Well, because like I said, the first Resident Evil game I've ever played was Resident Evil 4, and it's like...
Yeah, but you played the remake. I mean, you like this one. You barely even seen it.
I didn't play the remake.
Yeah, you did. I had to play it for GameCube.
No,
Remember?
you had me play Resident Evil 3.
You've tried the remake. Remember, I turned it on for you. Or I had you see the remake.
Yeah, you had me see it.
Okay, but still, it's like you saw more of the remake than this. Plus, we have it for PS4, but
And now suddenly the zombies are naked.
Well, this is deep underground, and I think near some kind of muckety muck. But anyway, that's Resident Evil 2. Way too much stuff in it, for me to really show in 20 minutes. Testing out the camera, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And have a good one, guys.